Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel Ray and today I'm doing a whip and chat, which is a work in progress in chat. So join along with me as I work on my painting, which is from Jolly Gem Shop. This is a custom painting that was made by the artist Helena Sometimes, and I have a link down in the description if you want to check that out. To get more information on how you can do that for yourself. There's also a new thing where you can get just a picture of your pet, which I think is really sweet. So yeah, definitely check them out. Helena Sometimes is a wonderful artist and you can find her on Instagram. Yeah, this is a square drill, 36 by 36 centimeter, and it's a completely custom diamond painting. I have been working on it for the last couple weeks and I am thrilled with the progress so far. I am about halfway done with this kit, probably almost halfway done, if not completely halfway done. So just gonna get that centered there. What I'm using today is all listed down below. I like to use, on this kit, I'm using Thea's Studios. This is the historical lace fan. Isn't it beautiful? This is a nice putty. It's not necessary. I mean, the kit comes with a pen and wax and everything else, but I really enjoy putty. It's like my favorite. And then I'm using my pen. This is from Norse Alchemist, and I have them linked down below too. Gorgeous flower blank. Hopefully you can see the flowers in there. And then there's this kind of like metallic confetti at the bottom, which I thought matched my hair in the picture really well. So I went ahead and chose this one. And then for Coverminders, these are ones that I've made myself. And if you're interested in them, let me know. Unfortunately, because of the situation at the moment with the United States tariffs and shipping thing, I don't know if I can ship to the US right now. But yeah, hopefully I can. I don't know. I really would love to do a D-stash soon. But yeah, that's all ahead of us, hopefully. There it is. It's like, where's the bottom magnet? So a cover minder, if you don't know, it's a magnet that you put on the painting and then you can pull back your section. I've already cut it. I did half of the section in this square that I'm pulling back because it just ended up being a little bit too big for my liking. So I cut it in half, and I thought it would be really fun to do Luna's face together with you today. Luna is my border collie. She is a blue merle collie, and if I have the ability to do so, I will put pictures up on the screen. She is the most beautiful little girl, and she is laying behind me right now in her bed. And if you're new to my channel, hi, hello. I hope that you will stay and check out my other videos. I have been diamond painting since 2018, and I was thinking today I might give you a little refresher on who I am because there are a lot more of you today. So thank you for coming and checking out my channel. We are about to grow the channel to 60,000 subscribers, which is amazing. Thank you so much for subscribing. Subscribing to YouTube is free, by the way. It's that join button that is different, that is separate. So I don't want to pressure anybody to spend money that they don't have. So, you know, if you can't support in that way, but you can press the subscribe button, that would be awesome. My goal is to hit 100,000. That's been like a dream of mine since I started this channel, and it is a lofty goal, but thanks to you all watching these videos, I'm pretty close, and thank you so much. I am an American who lives in Ireland permanently. I am resident here. I married my husband 9 years ago in September, actually, and we actually met while we were teaching English abroad. So I had never been to Ireland before, and I just happened to be teaching in Korea for almost 4 years, and I met him on a, like, it wasn't a hiking trip. It was with a hiking group. We went to a ski resort, and I was not feeling well, so I did not go skiing. Sorry, I'm trying to scoot these underneath. I cut this a little too far away from the tape. So let me try to get that one as well. And anyway, after dating, we settled here, and it's a really beautiful place. I live in the country. I won't say that it's like, well, how do I put this? I am like, I'm not driven by the things that people used to tell us when we were kids. I'm a millennial, and I was told, like, get a job, you're going to be provided for the rest of your life, and you won't have to worry about anything if you follow the rules. And once I got to university, we had the crash of 2008, and all of that just seemed like a big lie or something. And anyway, I was like, I'm just gonna chase my dreams. I love travel. I love, like, checking out new cultures and stuff like that. Lulu, what do you hear? Sorry. I love meeting people from all around the world, and getting to know new people and see beautiful places. And it had always been my dream to go to Japan, because I learned a bit of Japanese when I was younger. I was just, like, really curious about visiting and, seeing how things were there. And so I kind of had this idea, oh, well, if I teach abroad, if I teach English and use my degree of English literature, then, it'll give me the opportunity to travel and meet new people. And it really, really did. So I left the States. It was really hard to leave, but at the same time, it felt like a new beginning. It was very exciting. And yeah, I spent a lot of time over there. I taught different ages. I taught from, started in this private school where I taught from kindergarten or pre-K all the way up to, middle school age. And then I went to a public school and taught kindergarten, or no, not kindergarten, elementary. And then after that, I was moved to a middle school, and I taught at an all-boys school. And that was really, really rough. I found that really difficult with the cultural and language barrier. Even after all that time spent over there, I found it really difficult to connect and to teach effectively in middle school. But of course, if you yourself know someone who teaches middle school age children around the age of 16, 17, 15, 16, over there, it was like, it was rough. So I'm trying to make this brief, and it's not coming out brief at all. Anyhow, so I had a contract for 1.5 years at that school, and after that I thought, I think it's time to move on. And by that time, James and I had already been dating for a while. Take out that concave drill. And we were like, let's go do something else. Maybe we'll travel Europe and teach in Italy or Spain or something like that, but just travel more and experience more. I don't know why she's so boofy today. It's okay. It's all right. There is a neighbor that's hired like a gardener, and he's doing all kinds of yard work, so I do apologize if you can hear any of that. I did try to wait as long as I could. He should be going on a lunch break now. Anyhow, so we had a loosey-goosey plan and decided to come over, and I'd meet his parents. He went over to the States and met mine, and we decided after the summer in Ireland, we decided, you know what would be nice is if we just stay here for a while, because things were kind of up in the air and it was hard to say for sure what we could do. We were looking into us teaching in Europe, and as an American citizen with no other passport, it would have been very difficult for me to secure a job. He definitely could secure a job like overnight, no problem. But they, at the time at least, they didn't really enjoy doing all that paperwork, and it seemed like it was going to be a hassle. And his parents were aging and kind of asking if we would stay, because he had been abroad for a long time, and he's a bit older than I am. And he'd been away for a long time, and even though I really wanted to keep traveling, which we did, we went on vacations and stuff, I was also seeking a little bit of stability. And I think that's something that it does sometimes affect people who decide to live abroad, and trying to fight through that. I don't really know how to explain it unless you've been in it yourself. So if you've been a teacher abroad or worked in a remote job, what do they call them, digital nomads, let me know. I'd be interested to see how many of you have also gone through this experience. But essentially, I was craving living in one place, not having to think about how, in 12 months, I'm going to have to pack everything I own into 2 suitcases and move. Either go all the way back across the world or find a new job, a new apartment, probably in a new city or a new neighborhood, and then readjust all over again. So after that third job, I was like, that just seems like a lot to me right now. So yeah, and so we settled. We stayed here. We had this one apartment that was really nice. It was like a flat that looked out onto the ocean. Again, if I have pictures, I will put them on the screen, but it was really beautiful up there. You could watch the sunset every day in the summer, and it's just gorgeous. The one downside was that it was all the way up. I'm trying to find my next symbol. It's hard to talk, and there it is. Look for the symbol at the same time. It was all the way up the hill, all the way up the mountain, and so because we didn't have a car at the time or anything like that, I found it rough to get groceries up there. We would have to cycle them up, and that was fun. But the views really paid off, and it was very exciting to be up there. You could see like the weather move in from the ocean, because we live on the west coast, so most of our weather comes from the south or the west. And I remember not having a tumble dryer, and you'd have to look out over the ocean to see if you could gauge whether or not you had enough time to dry your clothes that day, that sort of thing. It was very exciting, very new for me, because yeah, never really experienced that before. And anyhow, 2 moves later, we went into a little cottage for a while. That was really claustrophobic. I did not like that at all. There were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 windows, and they were all really, really small, but with the really deep sills. So the walls were super thick because they were made of stone, but it was not warm at all. We had our first winter in there. The first winter was in there. It was so cold. But then the next summer we moved to what I call the pink house. It's no longer pink. But now that we've moved away from it. But we moved to the pink house, and many years after moving to the pink house, I had been craving a hobby, and I found diamond painting on Facebook. I saw a picture or a video of somebody doing a diamond painting. I was like, ooh, that's really soothing. And to this day, I really like watching videos of people actually placing diamonds like this, even if it's sped up or anything like that. But I got hooked. I was like, oh, let me look into this. I'm gonna get something. And it's been a fun ride ever since. I decided to make a channel then, and share little bits of my life. It felt like making friends and finding people with similar hobby. And I think that that's my favorite part about what happened with YouTube, is just making friends and sharing an interest in something, because I didn't know anyone really around me that was interested in this kind of stuff. And even to this day, I only know maybe 2 people who diamond paint regularly, and I do know 1 or 2 that diamond paint sometimes, but it's fun. And I later got into cross stitch and knitting, and brought back in crochet, and it's been really, really fun. But just to catch you up on the last couple months. Oh, and also it was like a natural kind of transition for me, because I have this background as a teacher, that I found it really easy to teach people how to diamond paint, and I really enjoy explaining the process, and I love making videos. So it all just kind of came together really nicely in the end. And just thank you very much for watching and being interested, I suppose. It's been a fun ride. The last year or so, we've moved into my husband's family home, which we inherited, and we've been trying to get things together so that we can fix the major issues that the house has. And in the last few months, I've been really inactive on YouTube and on social media, and you might have noticed, and I apologize for the silence, but things have been really busy and also complicated and stressful, a little bit more than maybe I anticipated when I was dreaming about this all starting. Now that we're here and things are kind of down to the wire, and we are signing things and spending money and everything, it's a lot different than what I imagined. I'm really grateful that we're here, but essentially the long and short is that it has taken a lot longer than we anticipated to get this project started. I genuinely thought that we would have had this done last year, and then things got postponed till February before we could speak to a bank. And then since February, literally, we have been waiting to get a mortgage to pay for the work that we need to get done because it's quite expensive and we don't have that kind of money. And then it took until September for them to process that. Took ages. And then they agreed, but we ran into a hurdle where the mortgage that we took out does not pay for deposits on works to be done. So now we have to find the money to start the project, if that makes sense. So that's where we are. It's a little bit stressful, not gonna lie, but I think it'll be fine. You know, we are in a pretty good position, but we are just kind of shocked because it's not working the way that we expected to. But this could be a good thing. It could be a very good thing, but we just have to wait and see. And I think the wait and see is really hard. During all of this, we also had to get life insurance, house insurance, just lots of extras that I think we did expect to have to get this stuff, but again, the time that it takes for this to all happen, instead of taking like a matter of days, it takes weeks to do this, and it feels a little weird knowing how digital we are this day and age. Everything's online. All of our records are in the cloud, and it should not take that long in my brain anyway for these things to happen. So anyhow, maybe I am being a little too impatient, but yeah, it's just been a very, I don't know, a big learning curve for one. I feel like I've definitely graduated into the adult club. Whenever I meet with friends and everybody's talking about, what they've been up to, we've definitely become those people that only talk about their house. Or like, if you've met a DIYer or something in person, all they talk about is their project. And yeah, we're definitely those people right now. So we're trying to avoid going out so that we don't bore our friends, but it's been like that for a little while. I'm really, really looking forward to getting to the end of that and being able to be like, look, we did it, and still have the house standing. That would be nice. But yeah, it's gonna take a little longer than I imagined. It's gonna be a lot more intense than I anticipated. I don't know why. I just thought, I could just, that we could just move downstairs and it would be fine. There's a little granny flat down there. But they're gonna have to turn off the electricity and the water and everything else, so we have to find somewhere to go for a while. I have to find somewhere to put Luna. I've got some friends that might help me out. And so it's going to be an adventure, So what I've decided is that I'm going to try to do my best to make as many videos as I can before this project begins. I am still very much active on Patreon. I do a weekly vlog and a monthly live stream. So if you are interested in supporting me further in a monetary way, if you are able to and you want to, please do not do it if you cannot do it. But if any little bit would help right now, especially with what we have going on. But that is something that I do, and we do keep it up. The weekly vlog comes out on Friday, and it's usually between 45 minutes to an hour of completely paywalled content. So it's only for Patreon members in the vlog tier, and it's about the cost of, is it, oh, I should have brought it up, but it's not too expensive, I think, anyway, for all of the stuff that we share, because I share a lot of behind the scenes there. I share a lot of my personal life. I share about, things as they're happening in real life. So I think it's a good trade-off. I've tried to make it like as affordable as possible. It's $10 a month for the vlogs, and I really appreciate those of you who have supported me there. And then the live stream is once a month, and it's always on the last Sunday of the month unless I have something very important scheduled. So if it's not too late, you can still join. The live stream will be the 28th of September. So if you join now, you'll get all of the vlogs, you'll get all of the previous, like all the earlier tiers. So all the vlogs, all the posts and everything. But you'll also get access to that live stream. And it's just the people who are on Patreon. So it's really nice. You can come and ask questions. You can, show me what you're working on and all kinds of stuff like that. So thank you so much again. And I am looking forward to trying to get back to Twitch as well. So Thursdays, going forward on Thursday at 2 p.m., which is 2 p.m. Irish time is 9 a.m. Eastern time. I will be streaming. It'll probably be for about 2.5-3 hours. And if I can do more than once a week, I will definitely do my best. But if you like Twitch and you want to join me, I've got links for everything down below in the description. But I am on there as Rachel Ray Official. And it would be nice to see you and hang out. And it's very chill. Like, there's nothing flashing in your face. There's no really loud noises or anything like that. It's just really chill. And we just talk about life, and it's a conversation, just like a live stream on YouTube would be. You do not have to pay for Twitch. It's just like YouTube. You don't have to pay for YouTube. It's just a website where that is a little bit more fun, and I enjoy being there. If there are a bunch of you that want me to, I could look into merging Twitch and YouTube so that it streams in both at the same time. Let me know in a comment if that's something that you would like. The only thing that I will say is that if I do that, then there will be some things that won't be, like YouTube will not allow for certain like emojis and things like that. Will that bother you, or is that okay? If you don't have the special add-ons that the Twitch members have. That's why I've always asked people to join me on Twitch instead of, doing it on YouTube. What is that symbol again? Oh boy, it's a funny one. Here it is. It's kind of like the artist formerly known as Prince, sorta. It looks like a little person with cat ears or something like that. But yeah, that's the plan. So starting tomorrow, I will be on Twitch as well. But like I said, if you want me to try to see if I can make it go onto YouTube as well, then I'll try to figure out how to do that. Look into it and see if I can make that happen. But yeah, that'll be really fun. A very informal hangout area where we just relax and talk about crafting and life and, you know, that sort of thing. We have the occasional deep, thoughtful conversations, because it's hard for me to not do that. And yeah, it would be wonderful if you join us and take part, or just listen and lurk. That's fine too. I understand. A lot of people want to like just listen to these while they are working on their own projects, and I get that because that is me. When I am diamond painting or crafting, I just listen to videos, and sometimes I forget to leave a comment. I try to leave at least like an emoji, because the algorithm really likes it when people comment. It helps to get that creator's videos out to more people, and I really love our group of crafters here. So I want to do the most that I can to help them. So yeah, oh, she's almost done. We just have the eye and a couple of stray ones, but I'll just focus on Luna for a second. So there's a blue squiggle. I think I'm going to change this though. I talked about this before, and I might talk about it again here. And then we have the horseshoe. Okay, so there is this diamond here, which is the enhancements that came with this kit. I'm not a fan. I thought when I just saw them at first, I thought, oh, those are really pretty. But when I started to put these onto my diamond painting, I realized that they look weird. So in that I don't like them. For example, I'll show you, try not to make those spill. This flower is the one, sorry about the door noises. This flower is with the drills that originally were charted for it. And I think that the dark pink with the glitter, there's a dark pink on the outside and a light pink on the inside with the gold glitter on top. And I think it just makes it look too red and a little strange. So I'm thinking of changing it, yeah. I did it over here as well. Get this off. I like it in the leaves, but I just feel like it's a bit much over here. And I did play around with some crystals. I don't like that either. These crystals, they're just a bit in your face and very like mirror effect. So I'm thinking about just changing them to regular diamonds that kind of match the color that is here. Can you see the color that's on the canvas itself? So there's this dark pink here, maybe a 3607 or something like that, if I'm remembering it correctly. And then a very light pink here, which it does come with a light pink. You can see it on this side, that lightest color. But I don't like that. I did put the crystal drills in for the yellow parts, the stamen, and I'm not really a big fan of that either. So I'm not gonna use this blue metallic with the gold on top. I think it's just a bit much. I must have something in my stash here, and I'll show you live what I mean. So that's that light color, and I want something that's really dark. So let me bring out my binder. Ooh, here we go. So this is a, try to do this without making you sick. This is a zipper binder that I got from Walmart back when I was visiting the US. These are all purples. These are all crystals. And then these are baseball cards. Baseball card dividers, like plastic sleeves. Yeah, that 310. The 310 is very, but no, that's not gonna work. You can see I have a lot of these are all leftovers from previous projects. These are all crystal diamonds. I have this 820. I might use this one. So 820 is an option. Those are round. Got sparklers. Got this 120, really light blue. Luna, can I see your eyeballs? They are light blue. 138. I think that's the same shade from different kits. Goes around. And then I have, and I have these fairy dust diamonds. This light one here is pretty. I wonder if I should try that. I'll pull it out. Let's see, and then I have the dark blue. Cause see her eyes, there's like a dark blue. Is it 820 dark? Or is it this 137 dark? Look at me. No. Yeah, it's definitely the dark. Well, I'll go with this one. It's fine. All right. So let's see. We're going to use that combination. Let's see how that looks. Bear with me. All right. So I need a tray. I've been using this tray for the whatchamacallits, for the diamonds that aren't in great condition. Okay, so I'm peeling back this so that I can kind of adjust. So her eyes are dark on the inside and light on the outside. So I think just a couple of these. Like that, maybe? Ooh. Like that. So that's the AB. And then, you know, I kind of want to keep these out so that I can, let me get another tray. Oops. This is a huge tray in comparison, and it's the one I have to hand. Okay. How is this gonna look? This might look a little bit more, you know, customized for her. I think that definitely looks a bit more like her eyes. And then, where's lowercase e? There it is. So I'm using, sorry, I didn't introduce these. These are the Forever Young trays. And I have the little tower where you can put the whole set in and keep them to the side. That's what's going on over here. X, it must be at the top because Oh no, it's at the bottom. Haven't used it yet. But they are really close in color. What am I saying? Words. When I go to return a color, instead of putting it back in the DMC order exactly where it was, I just stick it on top because it's standing up, not laying down. So it's harder to put them back into DMC order. It's quicker this way. House is here. This might look a little crazy, to be honest. I might have to redo it. Like, it might be a little too much to have the fairy dust there. Or the opposite, where it's a little too much for the AB. But her eyes are super intense. I don't know, guys. I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you posted because I'm gonna have to do the other eye as well. I think that does look good though. From the camera view, when I look up into the monitor, that does look like her eyes, so I'm gonna keep it like that. Right, so that is that. I'm gonna keep these out so I can do the other eye. And maybe my eyes as well, because my eyes, they look pretty good. I think, did I change something in here? Pretty sure I did. Now that's AB. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But they look really good to me. I like them. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this kit. I love how customized it is, obviously. One of a kind, you know, it's very personal to me, especially now that Luna's getting older as well. So I'm just really enjoying it. And I think that it should be done, you know, hopefully in the next 2 weeks or so, if I can just keep working on it. I should have plenty of time, actually, in the next few days to work on this. But this coming weekend, on Friday is going to be mental busy. I can't wait to tell you all about it. But essentially, James has a play. Then he's a part of the play, and then he's hosting an open mic night. And then on Saturday, we're going to a pub quiz where one of the quizzers from the TV show The Chase is going to be near us, and we bought tickets and we're going to participate in the pub quiz. I'm so excited to meet him. And then, you know, in whatever downtime we have on Sunday, we'll be back at more house stuff. Like just a few days ago, I went through and I collected almost every bit of my cross-stitching supplies, and I've packaged that and put it into storage containers. I'm trying to do this as slowly as I can, intentionally as I can, leading up to us having to move out of the main house, or having to leave this level anyway. And that was definitely emotional for me. I didn't realize how much there is and how much time this is going to take. So I think we'll be doing some more work on that on Sunday. But today I am just spending the day filming and editing, getting things ready because Friday is so busy. But I will definitely have a special video for you on Friday, and I'll have the vlog as well, so definitely make sure to look out for those. And I have a couple of other videos in mind. I know I keep saying that, but it's true, I do have them in mind. It's just finding the time, and I will find the time, I promise. So until next time, take care and stay safe. Happy diamond painting, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.